I just want to know if you get an award for selling 4,000 units, man. Would they give you like 2 tickets to a WNBA games, man, or for a drink? Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos, and welcome to another episode of Heat Rants. I'm your host, Felix Long Trousers. Man, check this out, man. If it's your first time on Heat Rants, I want to let you know I'm just a random guy who likes to talk about random stuff that interests me, and I just feel like I need to inform you guys about it. If that sounds sexy or attractive to you, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as with the post notifications. That way you always be one of the first people to hear the voice of Long Trousers. And at the same time, leave a like, because I'm so damn insecure. Those likes definitely make me feel like I'm doing a stand-up job. At the same time, you gotta buy the merch. Mofo, men offering females orgasms because we're so humble. Link in the description box below. Hey, but listen, man, before we get into the stories, I gotta say this. We're having a giveaway, a pretty good giveaway too, right? All you have to do is subscribe to your boy's channel, He Rants here, and also share the channel with a few people, right? And by you doing that, I will make sure that I do not smash your mother. Do not have sexual relations with your mother. Most of you guys are probably wondering, how would I be able to find your mother? Are you willing to take that chance? Are you willing to take the chance, right? Because I'm going to make sure if I smash your mother, have sexual relationships with your mother, I'm going to make sure that you are there, right? Make sure that we pinpoint exactly what time you're going to be home, what time you need to speak to your mother. I don't care if you haven't seen your mother in months. I'm going to be there the moment you want to say, oh, mom, can I have $1 or something like that? Anything like that. And you're going to come in me penetrating her pretty aggressively too. So, I mean, if you want to say, oh, how you going to know? Take your chance. Man, we gotta head over to upstate New York, and Brasher Falls to be exact, if I'm not mistaken, right? And in Brasher Falls, some wild stuff is happening, right? There's a 7-year-old boy who's actually been accused of the R word. You guys know what the R word is. Sexual relations with another individual, but forcibly, without consent, that is, right? And this is crazy to me to think that a 7-year-old child, right? And granted, they didn't release the information of the child. They didn't say if it was a, it was clearly a boy, but they didn't say if it was, well, actually, no, because girls can also do the R word, right? It's the 7-year-old's lawyer actually came out and said, like, this is absurd. A 7-year-old can't do some wild things like this, actually doing the R word to another individual, and that the individual has not even been disclosed yet. We don't know the age of them. Could be 10 years old, could be younger, but just to think that a 7-year-old, because I think 7 years old, that's what, 2nd grade, right? 7th grade, I'm not thinking about smashing nothing. I'm most thinking about playing Pokemon. That's all I was doing, playing Pokemon, right? I wanted to make sure that I can get, a Pikachu and evolve into a Raichu at that point, right? Because I just felt like I had a vendetta against this guy, Ash Ketchum, right? Because, Ash, he has the Pikachu, and he refuses to evolve him to a freaking Raichu. And we all know Raichus look much, much more cooler. They have the long, spiky tail and everything that can do increase damage and everything like that. But he didn't want to evolve Pikachu, and it's like, to this point, that Pikachu is way overrated, right? Team Rocket been trying to get that Pikachu for God knows how long. So they disregarded other Pokemon to get this Pikachu. So honestly, man, the prosecutor has to prove that this was some forcible thing the 7-year-old child did, right? And hey, listen, I don't know how they're gonna prove it, right? Because at 7 years old, unless they show this 7-year-old, because they haven't released footage, right? They haven't footage or pictures of the 7-year-old, right? So unless they show the 7-year-old, and the 7-year-old is like, some type of 6'5" behemoth freak of nature, he doesn't have to be that big, son. But at the same time, bigger than the average 7-year-old, man, because we're talking 2nd grade, bro. Maybe some people 1st grade. So I'm saying, like, listen, how strong was this guy able, and why was he using his peen at that very young age? Don't get me wrong, when I was at that age, I was definitely getting aroused, right? But if anything, I was humping desks, right? Or humping the sides of beds and stuff, like a weird chihuahua or something like that. I'm never thinking about I'm going to find a tenderoni and decide to have my way with her. If the opportunity presented itself and then she was consensually saying, like, yes, put it in there, I don't even think I'll be honest with you, when I was younger, I didn't even know that women had, I just thought there was nothing there, and I thought we were supposed to put it in their butt, right? Because I fell upon a few of my dad's stash and everything, right? And every time they would be hitting them in the back, I guess my dad enjoyed doggy style and such like that. So I was thinking, oh wow, so we had to put in their girl's butthole, right? And I was always confused though, but I was like, but we had buttholes too, right? So do we just have buttholes just to have buttholes? And yeah, this started getting weird. We gotta talk about this guy Lil Boosie, man. This guy Boosie, he's just been notorious for great takes, man. That's why I love reporting on the guy, son. Anytime he just comes out there, he just says great stuff, right? I wish, hopefully in the future, if I make it big, I definitely would want him to come and just be on the He Rants podcast and we just chop it up and just have a great conversation, right? So the reason why I'm talking about him is because he recently got on the Respectfully Justin show, right? You guys already know with Justin LaBoy, who still has not come out and said if he's gotten jumped or not, which to me, by your silence, is telling me that you have gotten jumped by the Migos. If you have, it's okay, man. It's okay. If you get jumped, you get jumped. There's nothing you can do. As long as you don't retaliate with bullets. Retaliate by smashing. That's what people don't understand. If you're able to smash their girls, at that point, you're the winner, not them. Because even if they come back and kill you, they can't take away that you smashed their girl, no matter what happens. Shoot them up. You might even cut off their but they still smashed your girl. And it'll make it even better. Before you cut off their they used their the last time on your girl. Just let that sink in. But when he was on the show, Justin LaBoy decided to ask him, like, who would he want to have a threesome with? At this point now, I'm starting to think Justin LaBoy and the other Justin, P. Diddy's son, Justin Combs, are addicted with threesomes, right? I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out that they themselves have had threesome with those girls that are also in the background in the show and everything, right? And they probably the type of guys that's like, no, we don't want two women. We want me and Justin, so that way we can be the double Justin tandem. You know what I'm saying? Going out there penetrating Justin and Justin together. Justin, that sounds like a shampoo brand, Justin and Justin, or a baby diaper, Justin, like Johnson and Johnson or something, right? But yeah, so I at this point, so I really feel, because remember they asked Saweetie, who would you want to have a threesome with, right? And I know they were probably deep down was hoping like, hey, would you want to have a threesome with two guys with the same exact name? We can give you the JJ, you feel me? The JJ, and I'm talking about the, not the jet plane, but the dick. These jokes. But Boosie came out, he said that he would want to have Rihanna, which I agree with. Rihanna is definitely a hot piece of booty, son. I don't care about the forehead. I know everybody's saying that her forehead looks like a strong knuckle, right? Just looks like a freaking, chicken bone. The end of a chicken bone, when you rip off the hard little cartilage part, right? You see the smooth top. That's what her forehead looks like. But at the end of the day, I don't care because she's freaking gorgeous, right? I will play all with that freaking. She looks like that. What's that one Pokemon that has the ramp, but the Marowak? Marowak? No, not Marowak. When Marowak evolves into that other Pokemon that's more skull, right? I feel like when I see Rihanna, it definitely looks like that, or that one dinosaur. But regardless, I'm definitely cracking that dinosaur. That's it. And then he said his other girl that he wants to add into that is Iggy Azalea. This one, I was really shocked. I was surprised. So even Justin LaBoy asked, out of everybody in the world, out of all the celebrities, you'd rather have a threesome with them, right? And he's asking like, why? He's saying because the sex appeal, right? And Rihanna, definitely the sex appeal. Iggy Azalea, I'm not sure about the sex appeal when I look at her. She really looks like, I know you guys watched the movie White Chicks, right? She really looks like the actual White Chicks character, right? Am I saying that I wouldn't crack? Absolutely, I would crack. Well, wait, because when I say absolutely, so I'm saying like absolutely not. But I wanted to make sure that you guys know that I would lay down the pipe. One of the girls in the background was like, is it because of fat booty and stuff, right? And we all know Rihanna's booty is not that fat, but her face makes up for a lot of it, right? Because at the end of the day, you're able to look at her in her face. Her face is what we call a come faster, right? A come faster face is the ones that you look at when you're smashing from, front. And then when you look at her, you realize like, my goodness, I have been blessed to be able to penetrate this girl with my peen. And out of all the people in the world, she allowed my peen to be inserted in her, right? And at that moment, the excitement is rushing through your head, and that excitement goes from your head down to your nether regions, and then explosion happens, and then you're embarrassed. That's how I heard it happens, because it doesn't happen to me. Iggy Azalea, I don't see that with Iggy Azalea. Iggy Azalea seems like what we like to call in the industry a practice body, right? You see it, you're like, okay, the butt's looking nice, but we're not sure if our skills are that good. We don't want to run into the Rihanna and come there unprepared, right? So what we do, we use the Iggy Azalea as the practice, right? You're like, okay, let me try this trick, see how she likes it. She doesn't like it, all right, maybe gotta move on, do this. No, she doesn't like it, boom. Oh, after the whole session is done, she'll probably tell you, oh, the sex was terrible, but at this moment you don't care. The reason why you don't care, because you only needed to smash once, and now you realize what you shouldn't do. It's all trial and error. That sounded sexist. That sounded bad. If you ask me, man, if I had to pick two girls to have a threesome with, it would definitely be Rihanna and probably an open condom rapper. Let me explain, right? I'm not sharing anybody. I'm not sharing Rihanna with anybody. It's just gonna be me. The open condom rapper is not because I'm gonna use a condom. I'm not. It's just the open condom rapper is there for me to look at it and for her to also know that I could have put a condom on. The rapper was open because I took the condom out and I made a decision not to put it on, right? I made a decision not to put it on because, like I said before, we're not doing this, right? I'm what we call a bad person to have sex with, right? The reason why I say that is because if I was given the opportunity just to even put the tip in, right? I'm making sure I'm releasing my juices in her and that she will get pregnant. By her getting pregnant, I have officially trapped her and maybe, possibly, be able to secure the bag in smashing future times, right? It might not be the case, but at least I have a child to show that, hey, if anybody questions if I smashed, I got my proof right there. We gotta talk about Coi Leray, man. You guys know about Coi Leray. She got that hot song out right now, and she's also the daughter of Benzino, you know, one of the owners of the Source magazine and everything, right? She's in the news because I'm seeing a lot of people talking about her, right? She's been revealing her body lately, right? When twerking and such, right? Even though she doesn't really have that much butt. And a lot of people's been coming at her, right? A lot of people been defending her too at the same time. The reason people are coming at her because she's very, very slim, right? She's a very, very petite girl. And petite to the point of people are saying that, you know, her body looks strange. Me, myself, when I look at her, she reminds me, I know you guys watched the movie Men in Black, right? I know you guys many people watch the movie Men in Black with Will Smith and everything, right? If you know those guys, those aliens that always drink the coffee, right? And they have a very, very long body, and they're just always making jokes and stuff, and continuously just drinking coffee throughout. When I look at them, I feel like them and her are somewhat related, right? Somewhat related. I don't know if Benzino decided to smash one of them and then Coi Leray was the aftermath of one of those things. And, you know, some people might say, Felix, you're body shaming her. How dare you? Hey, listen, she's still attractive, right? Is it just like I said? I just said Rihanna's forehead looked like a knuckle, son. I would still hit. Coi Leray, would I hit? Wow, I want to say yes, but it's like, keep thinking about the Men in Black, freaking aliens. We gotta talk about this guy YBN Nahmir, right? You guys know him, the light-skinned guy. He looks like Tiger, honestly, with braces and everything, right? 21 years old, man. He recently was interviewed one time, and he was saying that he wanted to do an early retirement from rap, right? Because you guys know that's his main profession and everything, right? And he wasn't expecting his song Op Stopper, I believe the name is, right, to blow up and go as viral as it did, which kept him going, right? Little did everybody know that that wasn't that good. When Op Stopper went viral, man, it gave this guy YBN Nahmir the strength and confidence to, like, you know what, maybe rap is for me. Maybe this is what I want to pursue, right, for future, just to bring in the income. I'm young, I can definitely do it. I look like Tiger. Maybe people will mistake me for Tiger and buy my albums. Little does he know, though, that Tiger, no one buys his album also, right? So listen, he was putting himself in a bad situation, but he decided to release his album by the name of, what's the title? Something Visionland or something like that, right? And by him releasing that album, him being a mainstream rapper, right? He's probably thinking that, even if I do bad, at the worst, I'll probably sell about 50K. You know what I'm saying? But no. He went down bad. He's actually projected to sell 4,000 units his first week. 4,000 units. What is that? That's a high school. You know how much that hurts, man, when you think of guys even like Rod Wave selling 150,000 units within his first week and everything, right? And then you hear about this and you're just like, wow, these guys are both mainstream. There's people selling more albums off the back of their truck, son, just out of the trunk of their car, son, selling more albums than this guy, son. 4,000 units, bro. You guys understand what 4,000 is? So what's the name? I think Smoke Perp, he released the album a few months ago and everything, and his album did ass too. His one went for 5,000. Like, come on, bro. Like, at this point, man, I don't know what his record label is gonna do with him, man. At this point, I think he might be able to get. I think people are trying to go for gold, platinum albums, diamond albums. They're gonna give him. This guy might get wood, double. Nah, they're not gonna waste money on wood for this guy, son. A double Home Depot card, son. Son, like who's downloading this album? I listened to one of his tracks, Soul Train, and when I tell you that thing was utmost booty, right? It took me a while to make this video, just off the strength that I was rinsing the blood out of my ears. The blood was dripping tremendously, right? At the point that my girl was saying, like, listen, we should definitely call the hospital. I was like, no, I ain't no punk. I had to listen through the whole thing just to let people know I'm serious. I'm doing that just for the video to let you guys know. Do not listen to that. But I will tell you this. If you have an ex that you do not like, definitely send a song over to them so they can take a listen, right? Just so you make sure that their eardrums are destroyed. See, I have been gifted with very, very strong eardrums, so that's why my ability to hear is still there, even though my ears are still ringing at this point. But this guy, YBN Nahmir, son, some people need to give up on rap, and this is a perfect example of that, because sometimes you can make it into the rap game, make it to the industry and everything, right? But you're not meant to stay there, right? Can you imagine to the point that you have worked so hard to make it out the hood, right? Now that you have made it out the hood, everybody think this is it. You're gonna be dropping my albums, making money, just to find out that you might have to head right back to the hood and start working at Waffle House, right? And the crazy thing about it, right? Even if you work at Waffle House, somebody might come in, right? You're thinking that somebody might come in and be like, oh my God, that's YBN Nahmir. I can't believe that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen with it. Right? They're gonna come to Waffle House. Everybody's gonna eat there. It's gonna eat there for years, and nobody's gonna know who the hell this guy was. Right? This guy's serving you this thing, and good riddance to him, right? The thing is, I want to know who the 4,000 fans were that decided to buy this album. Son. Who are these fans? These guys are Satan worshipers. They have to be. These guys are trolls to actually waste your good given money. Here's the sad thing about it. I have Apple Music. I pay $10 a month to get music just on demand on a daily basis. And I am not giving this guy the streaming numbers, right? I was mad alone that I did Soul Train. The nerve of this guy. I just want to know if you get an award for selling 4,000 units, man. Would they give you like 2 tickets to WNBA games, man? Or for a drink? You know what I'm saying? Well, you get a Arby's coupon or something like that. You're not getting 4,000 units. You're not getting a Cheesecake Factory gift card at all. I don't think so. Not at all. I feel like Cheesecake Factory is given to the guys who sell at least 6,000 units, right? 4,000 units. You haven't made it to 5. You can't just go from 4. You gotta go. Granted, it's an even number. Maybe this was something that was calculated. Maybe I'm not sure, son. At the end of the day, son, he probably should quit rap, and I hope he watches this, right? And those people, those 4,000 savage Satan worshipers that decided to download the album, may God have mercy on your soul. But that's all the news I got for today, man. If you stayed this long, I appreciate you. I love you, man. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as with the post notification. That way, you'll always be one of the first people to hear the voice of Long Charles. And at the same time, leave a like, man. Like I said, I'm so insecure, man. Those likes definitely make me feel like I'm doing a stand-up job. At the same time, you gotta buy the merch. Mofo. And offering females orgasms. We're so humble. Link in the description box below. That's all I gotta say. Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos. And I'm out.